Hello y'all, this is the Roblox game Blox Cards, and what we're going to do is beat the recently released as a recording Zanzel Perfected Raid, and we will be doing this on extreme difficulty and solo just so I can show you the deck I'm using. It should work in the most difficult of circumstances, and that is just as a proof of concept there, just to show how good it is against Zanzel typically. And when you beat Zanzel Perfected, you'll get a type of currency, I think, called apocalyptic sigils. You can just call them donuts though, because that's what they look like. Here they are. And if you beat Zanzel Perfected on extreme difficulty, you'll get like 10, approximately something like 10 to 12 of these. And with them you can buy an Altarr, the Apocrypha battle background. That's the most expensive thing. You will have to beat Zanzel like maybe 38 to 40 times to get that. If you just save up for it, you can get variety packs, and you can get some Blox bucks. And that is your rewards if you beat the Zanzel Perfected raid. And so let's go to the deck I will be using for this battle. And I am doing this solo. As said before, there's going to be no help for me. And we have a mostly Acolyte deck. And the Acolytes is a group that can usually ramp pretty well. And so the main goal is to get Acolytes that can generate studs from allied fighters and then play, say, Banished Nevermore, because it will give you Telemon's deck. And besides Banished Nevermore and the Acolytes, we are running also Coal Sand 16 for the colorless studs and can help us play more cards faster. And we have also Ms. 3000 for Zanzel Perfected's phase at 9000 HP and at 1000 HP, which when that occurs, she will summon a bunch of fighters to the field, and Ms. 3000 is there to counter that. We have SolarCrane, and that is for drawing cards, because we will have tons of colorless studs and at least one blue stud. And besides that, I believe, we have studs. That's just to help with more colorless stud generation. And I believe that's all the non-Acolyte and Banished Nevermore. Oh, we have Medic Kit there for HP gain, because Zanzel Perfected will take your life points through actions, and that is something to be aware of. And this is can be a pretty difficult deck to put together. You have to open multiple packs and acquire a number of cards. But to be fair, this Zanzel Perfected raid is kind of late game, or just content for experienced cards players, and you can get the deck, and well, the code will be in the video description. And besides that, if you enjoy content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. The fight with Zanzel Perfected will begin soon. Battle against a Zanzel from a false reality where the world bent to the promised one's will you try to become purified like the rest. And Zanzel Perfected will use a green custom Apocrypha themed group deck, and the Apocrypha within the lore Blox cards were like Zanzel's minions or something, and she sought to make the world more like them. And I believe in the lore she failed in that objective. I think so anyway. But I mean, if this is a false reality where she succeeded, I suppose she did fail. And moving on from that, that's the story background here and just explains everything. And we have two difficulties, normal and extreme, and we will be playing on extreme, which is harder than normal, but the rewards are better. To win this raid, you need to defeat Zanzel Perfected, which is a pretty strong card. And now let's cast the Lunar Acolyte. And when you start the raid, Zanzel Perfected will say something like, "You dare to stand against me, humph." And Zanzel Perfected has 10,000 HP, 400 power. This card has immunity to other card effects. This card can attack. Its user cannot lose life, and when this card dies, your opponent wins the game. And right now, let's put, what do we put in the base plate? Anything? Let's put the Nyxian Acolyte there and just take a chance. Yeah, let's do that for now. Hopefully Zanzel Perfected doesn't make this too miserable for us. And Zanzel Perfected, the big difference between normal mode and extreme mode difficulty is that Zanzel will have stronger action cards in extreme difficulty compared to normal, so do keep that in mind. And now, what do we put in the base plate? Put Fried Acolyte there. We need to attack that card within the next turn, because if you don't constantly interact with Zanzel Perfected in some way, it will start getting more and more actions to make things really painful for you. So the goal right now for us is simply to attack the card and just deal some damage to it. We have 6 phases to go through. There's one at 1,000. Well, there's one at 9,000 HP, one at 7,000, one at 4,000, but one at 5,000, one at 4,000, one at 2,000, and one at 1,000. And it is sort of a slog to get through, but you can do it. You may need a little bit of RNG on your side, because the actions, at least, they can be very annoying, especially in extreme difficulty, which is what we're in. And we have a Necromantic Acolyte putting on the base plate very soon. There we go. Our goal right now is simply to fill the board and get crowd's favor as soon as possible, please. And I don't know why that locks Coal Sands. It just does. I guess it just, yeah, it does. But let's attack here or no in the turn. Oh, here we go. We get crowd's favor. This way doesn't matter anymore. Just attack aggressively now and push us to the next phase. That'd be fantastic. We just need more cards here. And Lunar Acolyte will provide you with plenty of cards. You just need a colorless studs to keep casting them. And that's just how the Acolytes work as a group in Blox cards. And a 9,000 card with a 9,000 HP phase for Zanzel isn't too hard to defeat, but it can be annoying. And let's put another stud in the base plate just to help us out with generation once more. And we'll attack with the Lunar Warrior. And that will give us a colorless stud and forcefully in the turn. And it should be noted that when Zanzel entered, well actually no, just put the Coal Sands out here and end the turn ourselves, and then use the opportunity to cast the Master's Acolyte Altar. And Necromantic Acolytes are good, but don't cast too many of them because you will have to worry about casting cards from your hand constantly. And at least with this deck, there's a possibility that you will fill the field too much, and that can be a problem. Sometimes you're suffering from success, really, but it can be an issue. Cast this Fright Acolyte. Very good. We have Miz 3000, who is perfect for Phase 1 in the last phase of this battle. And there goes Smog, one of our fighters. And Zanzel Perfected, forced to turn to end. And here they go. They will say something like, I don't know, we'll see very soon. And what are they going to say? You can fight, but for how long? And Zanzel Perfected is pretty cheap card proof, so do beware of that. But Miz 3000 does work in these circumstances against these Apocrypha Seekers, and these cards can attack, but during your end step deal 50 unblockable damage to a random enemy fighter. And that is just something they do. And let's now cast the... oh my goodness gracious, they're attacking us so much. We'll cast Miz 3000, then cast a Dragon Horde, and that is what we're going to do soon. Come on, come on, come on. Just keep blasting these cards down. There they go. They're gone. They just disappeared into nothingness. And we'll discard a Necromantic Acolyte and put down the Dragon Horde, and we'll enter into phase... what is it? Phase... okay, just cast actually the Infernal Acolyte. We'll enter into phase... what is it? Phase... well, the phase you get at 7,000 HP pretty soon. And the way that generally works is, well, Zanzel Perfected will give you a Doomed Blessing, and that will go on your 8 card slot. And if you don't cast from that 8 card slot within 3 turns, you will lose the game instantly. There is no way to dodge it. You will lose the game. Simple as that. So you need to make sure you have 1 cards there in that 8 card slot, and you have room in the field to cast those cards. Well, that's considering if it's a fighter or not. And so right now our goal is simply to get these cards destroyed. Fantastic. There we go. Doesn't really matter otherwise. Just keep getting these cards destroyed. Don't cast a Necromantic Acolyte just yet. It can be important, but if you're rushing down through things, it's not too bad. And there we are. More cards. Okay. Alright, you truly believe you can defeat me? Yes, yes we can. And they say, gaze upon perfection, its power, its glory, and surrender yourself to it. And here's a Doom Blessing. How annoying. Deal 250 damage to random enemy fighters 3 times. There goes one of our cards, whatever. Cast Acolyte of the Rift. Fantastic. And give me another Lunar Acolyte, please, just to cast. Give me more cards. All the cards every turn. And just attack here. Use, I don't know. One thing I should note is that we'll see shortly here is that Zanzel Perfected will not take any more damage they can take besides enter into the next phase. So we have Miz 3000 here, 1,500 damage. Zanzel has 6,400, so if you attack him, it should go down to something like 4,900, but it won't do that, I believe. So we'll just go to 5,000 automatically. And yeah, it just stops at 5,000, and you cannot deal tons and tons of damage to Zanzel. You'll be forced to wait your turn, okay? That's the big thing you have to worry about, especially have super powerful fighters. Impressive, but you're struggling here. Zanzel Perfected does not really have a board wipe, though, so that is a nice thing, but that can be annoying. And now deal 250 damage to random fighters 3 times. Oh well. Here's a stud, get that. And let's discard this Necromantic Acolyte and give me an Infernal Acolyte. Cast a few of these. We need more power. All the power in the world. Give me all the power. And let's attack now and destroy this Apocalyptic Guardian, please. And maybe 1 Fright Acolyte. Fright Acolytes won't be bad. Neither will the Acolytes at the Rift. And let us destroy this one here. Very good. We cannot afford to wait now. We just need to push through because we're going to take life loss damage. And attack here. 1 Necromantic Acolyte won't be so bad if you have to cast one or you have no other cards. We lost one of our Lunar Acolytes. Oh well. throw down the Dragon Horde and let's end turn and see what they do in response. We need card draw still, though, regardless, ultimately. We should be able to win this, considering everything. So we just need to make sure I have cards in the 4th, 5th, and 7th card slots, because that's what the Doom Blessings will apply to in the 4000 HP phase for Zanzel Perfected. And here is just 200 unblockable damage to all enemy fighters, whatever. It is what it is. And now let's attack with Smog here, take out this card. There we go, and let us enter into phase 4000 HP to 4th, or, well, I think the 4th phase, yeah. So attack here, come on. Deal all the damage we can, fantastic. And the turn will be forcefully ended. What does Zanzel have to say? They will say something like, I don't know, what are you going to say? Come on. And we haven't gotten Banished Nevermore thus far. It's fine, though. You don't necessarily need it. It is nice to have it, though. And they say to be forced into this position by such impurity. And here comes Doom Blessings on the 4th, 5th, and 7th card slot. And if we don't cast from these card slots within the next 3 turns, we'll lose instantly. We have plenty of colorless studs, so we should be fine ultimately. And now, more Doom Blessings. That's 4 Doom Blessings in 1 turn. 1 first slot, 4th slot, 5th slot, and the 7th slot. Can we destroy this card now? We could. Do this, yes. Get rid of that card. We'll start from the beginning here, so cast the Infernal Acolyte. Do that now. Cast the Master's Acolyte Altarr. That is done. And we have 2 slots remaining. Get this card out of here. That's 1000 HP gone. Cast Acolyte of the Rift. And can we destroy any more of these cards at all? Give me that medic kit, use that. Fantastic. And destroy. Enter into phase 2000 HP with Glowing here. And that card is gone. That Dragon Horde is completely destroyed at this point, and the turn has been forcefully ended. We shouldn't need Banished Nevermore. We're strong enough for this. We have the power and the HP, and it can't do enough to stop us. Do you even understand what you're doing? Yes, I've saved this world. Oh, okay, well, I don't know if all this is saving the world, but we'll see what happens. And here's an Apocalyptic Devour. Deal 250 damage to a random enemy fighter 3 times. The Master's Acolyte Altarr will take a hit. Oh no. We've lost our Lunar Acolyte. It's whatever, though, at this point. And cast this card. There is now no longer any reason to be worried about the Necromantic Acolytes causing issues, so you can cast whatever at this point. And the Apocalyptic Devourer, it cannot take damage, so be aware of that. It will hit you, though, at some point, at least once. So be ready for that. Brace for that in some way. So what do we do here? Just rush into phase 2. Well, the last phase, and we should be able to tank at least 1 hit here. And they'll summon a bunch of cards. This is Zanzel Perfected's last stand at this point. Their final phase, they'll feel Mystery 1000 is a good counter to this, absolutely. Or any board wipe in general if you're able to recover from it. And we're just going to wait for them to hit us. Come on. And you would plunge it back into Chaos. Eye Averted. We'll plunge it back into Chaos Eye Averted. Summon 2 Apocalyptic Guardians and 4 Apocalyptic Seekers. This is bad, but it's fine. We should be able to survive at least the hits here. Ouch. We have 4000 HP, I believe, so we can kind of at least tank a couple hits for a turn. And we have the Necromantic Acolytes anyway. All is well. So cast Fright Acolyte and cast Necromantic Acolyte. There we go, and just destroy this card. These ones stopping us from dealing damage. Get them out of here. Get them gone. And then push onward and destroy Zanzel Perfected directly once we get through these. Punch through them. Come on. Yes. Just get this one out of here. It's going to die anyway, and it's just going to take tons of overload damage. So target Zanzel Perfected now. Doesn't matter anymore. And let's in turn. These Apocalyptic Seekers are just basically distractions, and Acolytes are tanky enough to survive their random 50 unblockable damage. So just heal up with everything and be strong, and we should be able to tank a few hits. Okay, that's a lot of actions, actually. That's bad. This is their last stand. Their final phase, 200 unblockable damage. That's a lot of damage. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. What do I have now? Put a Doom Blessing on my first card slot. How rude. You won't get a second turn, though, after this, Zanzel. So it is over. And we should finish this in a grandiose way, hopefully. Can we cast? It doesn't matter. Just attack with the Infernal Acolyte, and that is it. They're gone. You don't have to destroy anything else. Just focus on Zanzel Perfected. They lose. It's over. and we are victorious. What is our reward? Let's see. Come on, it's a little luck. Here we got Zanzel Perfected, the card, and Apocrypha Sigil, and a variety pack. That's very nice. And with that, this has been a guide on how to defeat the Zanzel raid and Blox cards. You can check out the game in the video description. A link to it is there. If you enjoyed the video itself, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.